Hello, in this video, I will speak about presidential elections of USA. As you may have noticed, this video was released in French and in English, because it's a subject which concerns Americans. Thereby, I hope by doing a translation, help American population to understand what's happening in their country, with an external view, without considering mainstream media's assertions, such as CNN. Foremost, we will speak about Wikileaks, and mainly Hillary Clinton's mails which disclosed during last months. We will speak as briefly about Donald Trump, and see what is his role in Hillary's campaign. But we will take care principally of emails bodies, and resume the history of this disclosure from the start. Let's beginning. The 16th March of 2016, the website Wikileaks, led by Julian Assange, disclosed 30,322 mails from Hillary Clinton's private server when she was Secretary of State. Whether 50,547 pages from the 30th June of 2010 to the 12th August of 2014. Later in the year, the 22nd July of 2016, Wikileaks disclosed 19,252 mails from the Democratic National Committee of USA, DNC. 7 accounts appear in these mails. There is the Communications Director, Luis Miranda, the National Finance Director, Jordan Kaplan, the Finance Chief of Staff, Scott Comer, the Finance Director of Data and Strategic Initiatives, Daniel Parrish, the Finance Director, Alan Zachary, the Senior Advisor, Andrew Wright, and the Northern California Finance Director, Robert Stowe. When all these mails, they date from January 2015, until the 25th May of 2016. Finally, the last disclosure, is that of the 7th October, where Wikileaks has published 2,060 letters and more of 50,000 mails of John Podesta, a Clinton's long-term associate, and he was the USA's Chief of Staff under the presidents of Bill Clinton between 1998 and 2001. Now, see what happened with American justice. The 2nd July of 2016, Hillary Clinton has been listened by FBI about these mails. On the other hand, the 5th July, FBI has strongly decided not to prosecute Hillary Clinton. But since few days, to the regret of the campaign team of Hillary Clinton, FBI has decided on the 28th of October, to reopen the investigation of the emails scandal. The FBI Director, James Comey, has written to elected Friday the 28th of October to inform that his teams will reinvestigate on the question of the Hillary's private mail server, in a letter released by Republicans elected at the Congress. In the context of a case, FBI learned of the existence of mails seem relevant for the investigation, writer James Comey in this letter to presidents of many parliamentary committees such as Intelligence and Justice. The letter was published by several of those elected. I am writing to inform you that the FBI agency informed me yesterday, and that I gave my agreement that the FBI take the appropriate investigation steps to allow investigators to review these mails, and to determine if they contain classified informations, and that I can predict how many times we will need to overcome this additional work. I estimate that it's important to keep you commissions aware of our work, given my past declarations. Terminate the FBI Director. But what these mails contains, for it to make too much controversy? I found for you the best mails, and I will disclose the most scandalous quotes. Let's start with a mail from Bill Ivey, the Hillary Clinton's representative, sent to John Podesta dating from the 13th of March 2016. We've all been quite content to demean government, drop civics and in general conspire to produce an unaware and compliant citizenry. The unawareness remains strong but compliance is obviously fading rapidly. This problem demands some serious thinking, and not just poll-driven, demographically inspired messaging. In this mail, Ivey declares explicitly that the left conspired to create ignorance and compliant citizens. I think that the message is clear and that we can move to the second mail. In the second mail of Hillary Clinton to John Podesta, she declared that the governments of Qatar and Saudi Arabia, which are providing clandestine financial and logistic support to ISIL and other radical Sunni groups in the region. For those who follow my declarations, it is not surprising, but when you think, this is the kind of information that could take down the cabal. And therefore, This is the kind of information that you will never listen on TV. I think that these two mails are enough to determine the nature and the importance of this leak. I invite you to research on Wikileaks website. We now know that Hillary Clinton would be a bad president of USA, and maybe the worst. But when is it Donald Trump? I don't want that this video serve to demonize Clinton while touting Trump. Regarding scandals of Donald Trump, mainstream media speak only about them, evidently because they are under service of Clinton's camp, as demonstrated by some mails. We will not focus on these scandals, fiddling in comparison with Hillary's scandal. But as we can suspect, Trump is here to make Clinton president. The cabal has set up a puppet ineligible to facilitate Clinton's campaign. To conclude, I recommend to American people to not move on the 8th of November. Quite simply because the candidates proposed are incompetents and aim to bring the war at the Middle East, and finally the Third World War. In other words, in these two cases, we will live dark hours. But don't forget that the resistance is projects too, and it will not the election of Clinton or Trump which cancels the collapse of the cabal. Because that has started since before the election campaign, and that will continue after. Thanks for watching this video. If you understand French, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I'm registered under the name of Linux FR. At last, you can also follow my website of alternative information, Linux Info, to be informed in real time. Thereupon, I wish you a good day. See you soon.